All right, folks, welcome back here to Vintage Wrestling's Gold Rush. Blake Chadwick and the General Manager, Big Buchanan. My special guest partner here tonight is my normal partner, Timothy Barr, out on assignment and won't be able to join us, as here comes one of the final four men on his way, Psycho Stan, the straight-edge superhero. As this is a guy I certainly try to avoid every time I see him because I'm just waiting for Psycho Stan to finally snap. Who could his tag team partner be? As we do know, we've seen Francisco Chiazzo, only one half of the Circle of Disrespect, so you got to assume Simon Says will be in this contest, whether he's against Psycho Stan or on the same side. But hearing that music, you got to think it's going to be Simon Says, so one half of the Circle of Disrespect advances on. Can his tag team partner join him? As you hear Sean the Flash announce him, the Emerald Emperor of professional wrestling, Simon Says, is making his way out here. As you're used to obviously seeing Simon alongside Francisco Chiazzo, can he do this by himself? As the Says chants begin here in Sanford, Florida, the Salvation Army, and Psycho Stan's loving it, as this could be a very dysfunctional team. Very curious to see who these two are going to go against. As Says points to the Internet TV title, he's hoping to win this match, advance on to the Battle Royal, and have the right to climb that ladder, pull that belt down, and walk out of the Salvation Army, the brand new Internet TV champion. So let's see who's going to be opponent number one here. Certainly know that music. It can only be AfroBoy. As this is one of the more popular competitors here in Vintage. We've seen him have some great success over the last couple of months. As AfroBoy will join up with one last All-Star to take on Simon Says and Psycho Stan here. Who could his partner be? We'll find out in just a couple of seconds. But once again, going back to the premise of this tournament, the reason there is a tournament tonight, Milo Beasley winning that heavyweight title, Buchanan obviously deeming he could not hold two titles at once. Beasley, of course, conceding the TV title and keeping that heavyweight title, which he will defend a little bit later on, and putting it up for grabs here in this tournament. And AfroBoy's tag team partner here. It's a man. We'll find out in just a second here, waiting for the entrance of our final participant in the Internet TV title tournament. And it's a man we certainly have seen in Vintage All-Star Wrestling before. A very exciting competitor, the Coquille Kid, Sebastian Cruz, a guy that's competed all over the world, has made his mark in Vintage in the past. And alongside AfroBoy, looking to knock off Psycho Stan and Simon Says for the last two spots in the Battle Royal, coming up in a little later. As it looks like these two teams here, some of the first teams in the same match that might get along. As it looks like Sebastian Cruz and AfroBoy look to be on the same page, and Simon Says and Psycho Stan might be a contrast in styles, but at least it looks like they're getting along in the pre-match stipulations.
Yeah, well, I know Simon pretty well, so Psycho and Psycho, they'll fit together.
As that is a very accurate statement there by the general manager, Big Pete Cannon. Bell sounds, this one's underway. Referee Brian Rubright assigned to this one. Once again, the final two spots hanging in the balance for the Internet TV title Battle Royal. Psycho Stan sends him for a ride, and a big hip toss by Stan. As Psycho Stan here, showing a little bit of personality, getting a little fired up, maybe a little more than we've seen him in the past.
Yeah, Psycho is no slouch. He's an experienced martial artist. He is in and out of the ring. He is a tough guy. He may not look like some of the other tough guys, but he he is not a guy to fool.
I certainly want to see how he can exist with a tag team specialist in Simon Says. Of course, former Vintage Tag Team Champions, one half of the Circle of Disrespect, alongside the King of Florida, Francisco Chiazzo. What's going to happen if they have to hook it up in that Battle Royal? We'll find out in just a little while. He goes for the hip toss there. Blocked, it looks like, by AfroBoy. And he's grabbing, he's going for those Afro butts, keeping him in place. And he backs Psycho Stan into the corner. And he makes the tag into the Coquille Kid, Sebastian Cruz. The speed and quickness of Cruz always on display, that flashy style. As let's see what Sebastian Cruz can do here. He's going to pick up Psycho Stan, show off a little bit of strength with the scoop slam. And there's a little salsa dancing. And he drops the leg. He's going to hook it, one. And he's only going to get a one count. Look at Psycho Stan kicking out. Stan with the go behind. And the kick to the midsection. There's a jawbreaker by Psycho Stan here trying to show off the offense. And Psycho Stan there just tries to pull him down, almost a armbar modification there. And it looks like Simon Says is going to get the tag. It looks like Cruz and Stan just kind of going back and forth trying to gain the upper hand. But Simon in the contest, the crowd on their feet. As love him or hate him, Simon Says one of the most popular competitors in all of Vintage All-Star Wrestling. Simon Cruz going to hook it up. And look at the takedown by Says. As Simon Says showing he can mat wrestle. Showing he can go at it with the best of them. And Sebastian Cruz likes to tangle it up a little bit. Has a little bit of an amateur background. Collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring. And the takedown by Sebastian Cruz. So a tit for a tat there. Let's see who can get the upper hand.
Anybody who got that reference.
Oh, and Simon Says uses that length with a big kick to the midsection. Full arm drag and twist now. Trying to wear down the Coquille Kid. As what an opportunity this would be for either AfroBoy or Sebastian Cruz if they could put themselves in position to win a title tonight. As there's a hammerlock by Cruz. Trying to wear down Simon Says. Says, of course, has the size advantage at anyone in this contest. Twists him around. It looks like they're doing a little dance-off here. As Cruz tries the lead, I don't think Simon wanted to take it.
Oh, he is begging for a face-off.
As Sebastian Cruz here, trying to have some fun with Simon Says, but if you take a look at Simon's face, he looks very determined to come out here and win some gold tonight. And a little Fargo strutting here in Sanford, Florida. Oh, and that knife edge chop just ringing throughout the building. And listen to that one more time. And Says going back at him here with right hands and chops. Simon Says going right after Sebastian Cruz. And the big face wash takes out AfroBoy. Cruz sends him for a ride. There's the leg lariat. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg, one. Only going to get a one count there. As Cruz now tries to bring him back up to a vertical base, as this team of AfroBoy and Sebastian Cruz has the advantage right now. And our final matchup here before we get to the tournament. Spins him around and just clocks him in the side of the head with the enziguri. Now wait a second, Pete. Who's this standing at ringside?
Well, I can tell from the wrinkled suit, that's Billy Wood.
So Billy Wood is out here. We saw Billy Wood at our last show. Spins him around with the sidewalk slam. And you gotta think here, what could Billy Wood be doing out here? What interest does he have in this matchup? As Sebastian Cruz,
Come on, Daddy.
conferencing with his tag team partner AfroBoy in the corner. AfroBoy here trying to goad in Simon Says. Building that momentum here. Says back up to a vertical base. He's going to turn around. Simon Says he had him. Might have been playing a little possum right there. Simon kicks him in the midsection. Drops him down with a cutter. But he can't make the pinfall. As Simon is down, he looks for the tag to Psycho Stan. AfroBoy looks to maybe get back in Cruz. There's the tag to Stan. And Psycho Stan now. Listen to these knife edge chops by Psycho Stan. He's going right after AfroBoy. He picks him up here. Goes for the vertical suplex. AfroBoy puts on the brakes. Does it again. And there's a Northern Light suplex. 2. And Psycho Stan kicks out in 2 7/8. And once again, you gotta wonder what Billy Wood's doing out here, as he looks like he's surveying the scene, maybe looking for a new client. Psycho Stan whipped into the buckle. Oh, and there's the charge by AfroBoy. Walks right in the back elbow. Stan's got him here. Oh, and Psycho Stan there finishes him off for the modified blockbuster off the top. And he makes the tag into Cez. There's the tag into Cruz. And Cez here stinging him with some right hands. And the double sledge there right to the midsection. And he takes him down. So down goes Sebastian Cruz. He doesn't hook the leg too. And if Simon Says hook that leg, they might have been able to come away with a pinfall. So as AfroBoy tries to get back to his feet on the outside, Simon Says having his way with Sebastian Cruz. The Irish whip reversal into the buckle. Here comes Cruz charging right into the back elbow. But he turns it around to the step up in Seguri. Back and forth affair here between Cez and Cruz. And Cez catches him there, drops him with the Uranagi. Cez measures him up. And that lariat nearly takes his head off. That could do it. 1, 2, 3, and that'll do it. So the final 2 participants in the Battle Royal for the right to be in the match, and the ladder match for the Internet TV title, are officially set. We know Jason Falcone and Mike Cruz did it by advancing past Jethro and Maxwell Chicago. John Davis and Barrington Hughes after getting by BJ Murdoch and Super Grover. Francisco Chiazzo and Corey Chavis after getting by Mikey and Sobek Ra. And now Simon Says and Psycho Stan after just knocking off AfroBoy and Sebastian Cruz. 8 great competitors in there. Once again, the final 2 will compete in a ladder match for the Internet TV title. But some interesting notes in there. Former tag team partners John Davis and Corey Chavis in the match, as well as the current, probably most popular tag team in all of Vintage All-Star Wrestling, the Circle of Disrespect. Simon Says and Francisco Chiazzo will be colliding in just a few short minutes here at Gold Rush.
Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, before we go anywhere, how about a big round of applause for our sponsors back there? Here, every show, 50 million toys. They got some great shirts, DVDs, action figures, you can come over and see them. They're here every vintage wrestling show, and you can find them at the Sanford Flea World in Row B. Folks, that being said, it is now time for intermission. Please go check out our friends at 50 Million Toys, as well as our concession stand and merchandise table. We'll pick up the rest of the show in just about 10 minutes.